Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about structuring your essay in IB philosophy, and the stimulus that I'm going to use as an example is The Worship of Mammon by Evelyn de Morgan. So let's start with the introduction. What you need to do first is state your interpretation of the stimulus with reason. You need to do this because there will always be more than one philosophical idea that you can draw from the stimulus, and you need to tell the examiner what one you have chosen. So, for example, I would say that the stimulus advocates the notion of giving to the poor. My reason for this is because the woman in the photo seems to be begging for the man to give her money. So I've just basically stated what my interpretation of the stimulus is and my reason for this. After you have shown your interpretation of the stimulus, you need to link this to a philosophical position and not a philosopher. So in this case, I would say that the stimulus opposes the ideas of altruism, in that one should act in the interest of others. This is because the man who the woman is begging to is withholding the money from her, and he is acting in the interest of himself. After this, I would state my other philosophical position or positions. In this case, I will only bring in one other position. You can bring in as many philosophical positions as you want. However, due to time constraints in the exam, it is not advisable to mention more than 3 positions. Note that the second position doesn't need to directly contradict with the first position, it just has to be different. In this case, it will directly contradict, because I'm going to choose egoism. And you need to say how the philosophical position links to the stimulus also. So the stimulus advocates the ideas of egoism, the position that states that we should act in our own self-interest. This is because the man is not giving the woman the money she's begging for. Instead, he sits upon his chair and looks down on the woman. And those are the basic components that you will need for your introduction. If you're doing the prescribed text, you may have noticed that in some cases there is only one viewpoint, which is the author of the text. In this case, you'd forget about the second position altogether. And for the unseen text, the essay structure is completely different. The unseen text is for only higher students, by the way. So if you are standard, then be thankful.